Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my review video. So this time I'm gonna share to you all about my review from my 10 article, which mostly discuss about the learning styles, the method for EFL students, and then also for the teachers maybe, and then for the professors, which discuss or studying about what learning styles or what the method the best to use in classroom, and then also back to 2019 and 2020, which we have some kind of COVID-19 situation. So the first article is about learning styles of Indonesian EFL students, culture and learning. This paper of this article was written by Abdul Barihan, Hafizasana Mansur, and published in March 2020. The general problem area in this article is the first one, what are the learning styles used by the students? And the second one is how influential is culture to the students' learning. And after do some research, the researcher finding displayed that 4 learning style preferences used by the freshmen of English Department, Universitas Brawijaya Malang. The 4 learning styles consist of visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and bimodal learning styles. In the end of this paper, the author also said that every participant, every student have their own learning style to learn English. The learning style related to their preferences can help them to absorb and understand the material better. To the next article, the second article, which is about using online EFL interaction to increase confidence, motivation, and ability. So this article was written by Wenqi Vivian Hu, Ling Ling Yan, and Michael Marek, and was published in July 2011. The general problem area in this article is that the teacher of English as foreign language in Taiwan often use an outdated lecture memorization methodology that is resulting in low motivation, confidence, and ability on the part of the students. So, to solve this problem, this article tries to examine which elements of learning via video conferencing most beneficially affect motivation, confidence, and ability. The research finding displayed that the most fundamental factor in elevating all 3 learning variables, like I've said before, is the enjoyment by using student-centered active learning. The teacher also should strive to offer their students successful interaction with native speakers, then gradually withdraw that support to encourage the student to become more and more independent in their interactions. This interaction through video conferencing will student motivation to be more comfortable in applying their skills, more confident in what they learn, and more inspired to make global cross-culture connections. And I think this article is like the continuation from the previous article, because both of these articles concern in what learning styles and what method that will more beneficially or appropriate to give or to use with their students. So move into the third article, which is about online learning amidst global pandemic, EFL students, challenges, suggestions, and needed materials. So this article was written by Novlika Nathiningrum and was published in 2020. The general problem area in this article is that the spread of COVID-19 in Indonesia affects the education system in this country that make face-to-face interaction are shifted into the full online learning from home. In this condition of full online learning during COVID-19 then need to be studied so that the teacher can have acknowledgement of what student challenges, suggestions, and needed materials in the pandemic era. And then after do some research, the researcher conclude that the students want to the learning is conducted by just give the assignment, and because they give the reason that the online meeting is too hard for them because of the lack of signal, and but they still suggest give a suggestion that if the teacher want to have the online meeting, they suggest to use Google Meet, Zoom meeting, and Jitsi Meet. And then they want to the material will be more easy and fun. And yes, the last one is about the material that they need, right? The material that they need is mostly grammar and vocabulary. So continue to the fourth article, which the title is The Effect of Flipped Learning Model on EFL Learners' Academic Achievement, Self-Esteem, and Self-Confidence. This article was written by Hojat Namdaran, Omid Akbari, and also was published in December 2021. The general problem area in this article is that the paper or the research focus on the behavior or the effectiveness of the learner in a flipped learning model that is also influenced by several psychological factors like self-esteem, self-confidence, and EFL learners' academic achievement. So, after the researcher do some research, the finding displayed that the improvement flipped English classes is real. It improves learners' academic achievement, and because of this, it's really recommended, and so employing the flipped learning models in foreign language classroom can be considered as an effective way of instruction for improving English skills on EFL students. Moreover, learners' self-confidence and self-esteem can highly be improved by using flipped learning models. And yeah, because of this article make me relate to my lectures, that the lecture give us the assignment 1 week before the meeting, so we can prepare what kind of material that we need to study. And at that time when we are in the class, we have so much preparation, so when we do not too afraid of the material that will be given. And moving to the fifth article, which discuss about critical discourse analysis of language and power in EFL classroom interaction. So this article was written by Siti Amalia Rahmawati, Pratiwiratna Nindya, Slamet Setiawan, and also was published in June 2022. This research article discussed the use of language and the power possessed by the teacher in interacting with students in the classroom on the student perception and its contribution to student learning outcomes. So, like I said, after the researcher did some research, the findings showed that the teacher's language in classroom interaction is used not only to interact with the students, but also to provide the materials and information, to give instruction, and to train the students' skill. The power with the highest frequency of use produced by the teacher during the learning process is expert power, reward power, reverent power, legitimate power, and the last is coercive power. We, someday as a teachers in English education, have to consider the language we use to communicate to students and the language power that we need to use wisely, because it may impact on the mental, thought, and behavior of students in the classroom. And yes, next into the sixth article. which the title is an analysis of students' attitudes in using social media for learning English, a blended learning approach. So this article was written by Rita Kamila Sari, Risma Nurul Aulia, and also was published in July 2021. And the general problem of this research is to find out the students' attitude in learning English using social media and a blended learning approach. Also, to know whether gender has an impact or not in the student attitude in using social media in learning English. So, the research findings show the frequent use of the internet or electronic media for learning or obtaining information within one day affected the students' attitude in using social media for learning English. However, there is no significant difference in students' attitude in using social media in learning English based on their gender identity. So this research relates to the majority that someone who learning English usually say, which their opinion is learning English language is more fun by watching like television, movie, music, and anything else. Like maybe we can more enjoying learning English by using a movie or hearing some music, but we still need to study the grammatical rules or the deep of the history of the English language, the uh, the and the right pronunciation, that we will be more get the best learning from the class in school or in university. Continue to the second article, which the title is TEFL Professors E-Learning Experiences During the COVID-19 Pandemic. So this article was written by Sumer Salman Abou Saban and was published in 2020. The general problem area of this research are were TEFL professors and learners having sufficient skills to run e-learning, were the e-learning standards and strategies considered in the presented courses, were educational objectives of the courses achieved, were there obstacles faced TEFL professors and learners, and then after the researchers do some research, the finding indicated that higher education institutions should provide training course in the field of e-learning for both learners and professors to prepare a guide for designing and developing a course and provide professional technique for maintenance of equipment and should regularly fix various technical malfunctions. Move to the 8th article, which is about TEFL method in Indonesia. So this article was written by Yenrini Marta Anna Bokai, UIN Suryasa, and was published in March 2019. This article discussed what the primary method used by EFL teachers, how they deliver the method, and what are the advantages and the disadvantages of applying the method in Indonesia. So, the research has shown that the primary methods used by EFL teachers were grammar translation method and direct method. So these two, GTM and direct method. They combine these two methods and deliver them using English and also Bahasa. And move to the 9th article, which is about investigating a blended learning environment, contribution of attitude, interaction, and quality of teaching to satisfaction of graduate students of TEFL. So this article was written by Mahboubeh Tahizadeh, Fatemeh Hajjoseini, and also published in 2021. This, the research article discussed about the general problem areas of this research area. The finding revealed a learner's positive attitude toward blended learning technology and also revealed that contribution of quality of teaching to satisfaction was higher than that of interaction and attitude, implying the significance of training online teachers to enhance the knowledge, skills, and strategies required for online teaching. So, the last article is about an evaluation of TOEFL postgraduate testing classroom activities and assignment based on Bloom's-Davis taxonomy. So, this article was written by Hasan Sulaimani, Said Hairi, and was published in April 2016. The general problem area on this article is how do PhD and MA testing classroom activities and assignment differ in terms of Bloom's revised taxonomy? Do activities and assignment given to postgraduate students lead to higher order thinking in testing? And after that question, the results showed that the lower order thinking skills were used more than medium thinking skills in MR testing classroom activities, but higher order thinking skills were never used. On the other hand, medium order thinking skills were used more than higher order thinking skills in PhD testing classroom activities, and lower order thinking skills were never used. Moreover, activities and assignments given to postgraduate students first led to the lower order thinking skills, next led to medium order thinking skills, and finally led to higher order thinking skills. There was a systemic pattern in the distribution of the order of thinking skills of Bloom's revised taxonomy in postgraduate activities and assignments. The finding of this study offers several pedagogical implications for student instruction and test designer in TOEFL. So, I think that's all my review from 10 article. Like I have said earlier, I hope this article about learning methods, about some challenges, and also the suggestion to you as a teacher someday, so you can see this article from 1 to 10 is about the learning style, the methods, and the challenges that maybe we will face it when we are as a teacher. But I hope after reading this, after watching this video, it can give you some insight to if you want to being a lecturer or the teacher. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.